Hello, hello, crafty peeps. Welcome back to my channel, Crafty-ish-kristyn. Today we are going to have ourselves a little WIP and chatty rant. What is a WIP and chatty rant? You may be asking yourself. WIP, W-I-P, stands for work in progress, and a chatty rant is me chatting and ranting about the goings-on over the past week or so. Today, my WIP is this adorable kitty canvas, and this is by Mystical Dream Diamonds. Let me show you a picture. This is what the canvas is going to look like. Absolutely adorable. Nose boop for you, cute kitty. The wrong canvas name is printed on here. I believe it's Lily's Little Charm. I could be wrong, but that's what I think it is. This is by the artist Coco Marshmallow Arts. And like I said, this is from Mystical Dream Diamonds. It is a round kit, and it measures 60 by 60 centimeters. So it's decent sized. It is decent sized. I did one square yesterday, and I filled in some of this square. There are, I believe, the shimmer dust, fairy dust drills. There's kind of crystal-y ones, rhinestones, and then there are ABs. Oh, and I can tell, but these green ones are super pretty. Those are kind of rhinestoney. And then these blues are some ABs. And I have not seen any of the dusty drills yet. But again, we're only right here. What am I using? I am using Bee's Crafty Corner release papers. That one won't stick, and I don't have a cover minder, but we're going to work there anyway. So we're just going to put that there. How I like to section off my canvases, I do 2 rows of cute release paper because it is a little bit thicker, which I like. And then I will do a big chunky row of bigger release paper. And that's partially because then this little piece of plastic I tuck under there. So when I have this rolled up on my easel, my cats don't see the plastic because they will chew on the plastic and lick the plastic and bite my canvas. And then I get angry and it's not good. So little ramble there. So Bee's Crafty Corner release paper, I will have things listed in the description box. I have a section where, you know, my favorite supplies kind of thing. So everything's listed. Jim's Handmade pens on Etsy. Love these little pens. I have 2 pens today because this is a very, very, very old glue dot pen that I use for my ABs. And then this pen actually has a Boulder Alien Putty that I got a little sample from a friend and this is actually a Bella Art Dana Cole 3D printed 9 placer. And I'm actually getting a few more of these 3D printed placers with my upcoming kit that I ordered. So I'm excited. They are super skinny. Look how skinny that is. And this one's from AliExpress, so it doesn't look that much different, but when you're putting them down, you can definitely tell a difference. And then I have my Ephemera 3D. This is the Deep 6 tray. You can get them made in custom colors now. It's on my to-do list. I just haven't done it yet. So that's that. I have Dr. Pepper Zero Sugar with a little splash of sugar-free coconut flavored syrup. Yummy, yummy, yummy. And I have my Care Bear pen just for fun. So let me get zoomed in and we will get started. Don't go anywhere. I got my first color. We're going to do 939. Rain cloud symbol. There are some symbols in this kit that I don't think I've ever seen before. I don't know if I've ever seen rain cloud and science beaker. And what else? This one is This one is weird. It's almost like the the symbol, like the white part, is almost too big, and there's a few spots where I can barely cover this symbol on the canvas with the drills. So I'm hoping I cannot see any little white bits. I'm sure when everything's said and done, I won't be able to, but it kind of was freaking me out a little bit yesterday. Not gonna lie. Doesn't take much to freak me out right now, but still, you know, this is supposed to be relaxing, and I was not feeling relaxed yesterday as I was working on this first section. But so before I forget, I hope everybody is doing well, amazing, fan-freaking-tastic. And if you are not, I hope it gets better for you, because you are awesome and you are strong and you have survived 100% of the worst, most awful, stressful, horrible events in your life. So you can do it. I know you can. I believe in you. I've not ordered anything this week. Again, I think this is the second or the third week in a row for me, honestly. But that's okay. I'm still trying to be responsible just because of the potential, well, I mean, it's not potential layoffs. They are going to be laying people off, but we don't know if my husband is in that category or not. So if you're a prayer, prayers would be appreciated, or if you just, you know, send good vibes into the universe, then, you know, I will take all the help we can get, because there's no way to really know. So I have not purchased anything. Go me, go me, go me. I'm actually trying not to even look at things, just so I'm not tempted. You know, because then that's when you're feeling stressed and you have the anxiety coursing through your veins, and you see something and you just start clicking on buttons, and before you know it, you know, you've spent $200 on, you know, diamond paintings or accessories or whatever, you know, whatever your weakness might be. Not that I've ever done that before. No. So, what else? We had a slight power outage yesterday, and it came back on very quickly, thank goodness. But our internet was out all day long. And, you know, like, as much as I'm trying to, you know, rag on the kids, like, it's not so bad, I was feeling okay, what did I just do? I think I have too many diamonds on right there. I was feeling the lack of internet, honestly. I mean, yes, my cell phone has internet. It's not quite the same, and it makes it a little bit harder for us because my mom lives with us, and she's kind of losing her eyesight, and so she can't do a lot of things, and she always has the TV on, you know, kind of throughout the day, just to, you know, have background noise and stuff. Well, because everything runs on the internet, so the TV doesn't work, and that's kind of, you know, frustrating. So she can't play her little, you know, slot games on her iPad, and the TV can't be on, and so, you know, is it the end of the world? No, it's not. And I mean, if that's the worst thing that I have to deal with during the day, you know, then that's easy. But still, we just get used to these things. And then when we don't have them, you know, you just kind of feel like, what? I don't think I ever want to have a fully automated smart house. Just not having the internet for, you know, however many, well, I think it went out around, well, the power went out around 10, and then it came back on at around 11:30, and then we realized the internet was still not on, and it was not on by the time we went to bed, which was, you know, 10-ish. But you don't realize how many things really use the internet until the internet does not work. For example, the Amazon robot. I'm not going to say her name so I don't trigger anyone else's. We have the majority of our lights in the living room have the the smart bulbs, and so they kind of come on automatically. They shut off automatically, or if you want them to, jeez, come on, get it together. I'm horrible with round drills. Or if you want to turn them on, you ask the Amazon robot to turn on the lights. I tried to do that several times yesterday, and it did not work. Which, here I am yelling at the Amazon robot to turn on the lights, and she's just making weird noises and beeping and booping and all that stuff. I think if I unplug the sensor thingy, or I could switch out the lights, but I'm like, no, because, you think the internet will be back on real soon, so I don't want to do all this stuff and then have to redo it. Yeah, I don't think I'd want everything on my house to run, from an app or a device, because yikes, nope. I am just incredibly grateful that my son had some makeup work to do for the end of the quarter, and I'm glad he got all that done the day before, because a lot of the stuff you have to turn it in online, or you have to look up. Okay, do I have an extra drill? I feel like I'm losing my mind. A lot of that you have to get online for. So I'm very grateful that it didn't happen then. I try not to do dark drills when I'm doing this, because the way that the light from the window reflects, it's so freaking hard to see where things go. So we got internet back, yay. And of course I was trying to film things, and I was trying to get ahead of the game and get things preloaded onto YouTube and all that. Well, you can't do that with no internet, and I didn't think trying to use my phone as a hotspot for some things would really work out in my favor. So today will be catch-up day. Yay! Okay, I need more. I don't know why I did not put very many diamonds in here. This is the first kit that I have done from this company. So I have not formed any opinions about it quite yet, because again, I've literally done a section. I did film a post review for Spooky Slumber Party. I did finish that over the weekend. It looks amazing. Very pleased with how that turned out. So now I just have this one and little kit for Diamond Painting with Jack's Hello Kitty event, and the ginormous Last Supper. Oh. Part of me wants to kit up another square painting, because that's what I do. I feel like maybe I should make myself do a row of the Last Supper before I, enable myself with another painting. We will see. We'll see what kind of mood I'm in. If I'm all stressed and anxious, then I may just kit one up just to, have it ready. And I think my Bella Art Dana Cole Diamonds kit is coming this week, and that is my Christmas kit. So that will be nice to have, to know that I have that ready, and then I can, have it kit up and ready for the holiday season. And I think that might be the only kit that I do for Christmas as of right now. I think that's going to be it. But again, things can always change. There's that. Definitely. All right, let's look at the old list. So if you're interested in what Spooky Slumber Party looked like, you can go to my Facebook group. I've posted a few pictures in there. And you know what? I will just put it up on the screen. I'll make more work for myself for editing, Kristen, and just go ahead, Kristen, put it up on the screen. Thank you. You're so sweet. I know. Yes, I am. But if you are interested in joining my Facebook group, there is a link in the description box. And, you know, people post pictures of what they're working on. They ask questions, but people also post, you know, funny memes, videos, etc. I am fine with sharing things like that, as long as everybody is kind and respectful. That is my main rule. And I've seen some super toxic behavior on the interwebs lately, and it's just ugh. So if I see any of that in my group, people will just be kicked out without warning, because there is so much of that out there in the world, and I am not going to allow it to happen in an environment that I can technically control. I can't control what happens anywhere else, but I can control it in my own Facebook group. And I got new pans. I got new pans. Update on Pangate. Pangate? No, maybe not. That doesn't sound right, but that's okay, because I did ask for suggestions for new pans, and I did go with the Ninja pans. Costco had them on sale for $50 off a set of, is it 12? It's 12 pieces, so it's, you know, like 6 pans, or maybe it's actually 7 pans and 5 different lids. So I did get that. I did use one of them yesterday for the first time, and I mean, it seemed to pan. That's good. That's good. So hopefully this will be a solve to the everything sticking to my pans problem. Because I don't really enjoy cooking. I do it because, you know, I gotta eat and I gotta feed people. But when you're cooking and everything is sticking to your pan, it makes you not want to cook. And I don't need more reasons to not want to cook. It's like, oh no, the power flickered. I better not cook. Because what if the power goes out? I've actually had that happen to me while I've been in the middle of cooking. So it does actually put a little anxiety into my heart when I'm cooking, or, you know, washing laundry or something and the power flickers. It's like, don't you freaking dare. You just wait. Wait till I'm done, please. Let's see, what else? Oh, so we had an urgent care visit last week. We weren't. Let me rephrase that. I was picking up stuff in the bathroom and going through a drawer with some lotions and stuff, throwing some stuff away that smelled questionable, and I hear this loud noise. This just like that sound when somebody hits something or runs into something that they probably didn't mean to do. So I heard the noise, and I'm upstairs in the bathroom, and I'm just like, it sounded bad. And then I open the door, and the teenager comes out of his room holding his hand and his finger is like shaking and it's bloody. I was like, what the heck did you do? He's like, I don't know. I don't know. I'm like, well, obviously you hit your hand on something because he was playing virtual reality. So we got it cleaned up. It was very swollen. Didn't really bruise, but it was very painful. And of course it's 9:30, so urgent care is closed. And I'm not going to the emergency room because I didn't think it was broken because he could bend it. So morning comes, and he said it still really hurt. He wanted to go to urgent care. And it's the end of the quarter, and, you know, we can't miss any more school. But he's like, it really, really hurts. You know, I think it's broken. I'm like, I don't think it's broken, but you're going to keep asking until we go to urgent care, so fine. So we made sure we were the first people in line at urgent care when they opened at 8 a.m. Because if you don't get there first thing, you could be waiting for hours and hours and hours. So they looked at it, they x-rayed, and nothing broken, just, you know, whacked it really good. So put a little splint thingy-mabobber on it, and we made it back to school before any of the more labor-intensive classes. Yay! So after a few days, he finally took the splint off. But they gave him a note for PE, right? Because, you know, like, well, because he said they were doing dodgeball. And I was like, yeah, you should not be playing dodgeball if your finger is in a splint. So I pick him up, and he's wearing his PE clothes, because PE is the last period of the day. And I was like, why are you wearing PE clothes? You got a note. Oh, we were playing soccer. I was like, you could still run into someone or fall with that in soccer. Well, it was fine. Like, fine, whatever. You know, you're going to figure it out yourself if you hurt yourself, so whatever. Just smile and nod, right? That's what we do. Okay, those are... I got putty all... Seriously, I got putty all over this? I don't know what is going on lately, but every time I use alien putty, I'm getting it on my canvases, especially the round ones. And it's not overfilled. It's like I'm regressing and I don't know how to use basic crafting supplies anymore. I don't know. Okay, come on. For some reason, I'm having a hard time aligning these round rolls up. And I don't know if it's just me, because, again, I do like the squares better, but sometimes you gotta try different things. There's that. Okay. So yes, no broken bones, no anything like that. And then my daughter, we were going to run errands and go a few places, and it was a half day at school, and she's like, yeah, I ate some old guacamole today. And I said, what? Apparently one of her friends at school had brought a guacamole cup, and she traded something in her lunch for the guacamole cup. That is a green one. Okay, nope. But apparently the guacamole cup had expired in like the late part of September. And it was, from what it sounded like, it was kind of one of those Costco single serve, individual sized guacamole cups. And she said, well, yeah, we didn't notice it until after I had eaten it. Like, oh, no. No. Because we're, driving in the car. And, like, yeah, my stomach kind of hurts. I'm like, But, you know, luckily there was, you know, nothing nefarious happened with that. But I said, maybe you need to, like, try to let that friend know that her guacamole is bad. Because she said, well, she said her mom and dad just bought the guacamole. I said, well, then they bought old guacamole. I wish you hadn't been the one to figure that out after you consumed it. Like, this is why I always check expiration dates before I eat most things, because I'm terrified of eating something that's expired. So, I was fully expecting us to have a sick day because of that, but luckily we avoided that. And we had Halloween, and it was kind of chill. I mean, I stayed home because the teenager had a friend come over to play video games and eat pizza and, you know, teenage boy stuff. And Sassy Lassie went trick-or-treating with a friend and, you know, parent and all that jazz. So I got to technically stay inside where it was warm and dry. And I will take that as a win. And husband was at work, so, you know, he was not exactly warm and dry because he was out driving forklifty stuff. He got stung by, he thinks, yellow jackets last week. He said he was moving something and he, like, stuck his hand behind something to shift a box or something. I don't know. It was kind of hard to follow. But so, and sometimes when I ask a bunch of questions, he gets frustrated. So I smile and nod even though I fully don't understand what's going on. It's just, you know, one of those things. And he said he moved something, and then a bunch of bees just kind of came out of nowhere, and they went up his sleeve. And so he was, you know, trying to, like, grab because then it went up his sleeve and into his coat, and so he was trying to grab the coat and kind of squeeze the coat to, you know, kill him and stuff. And, you know, then of course my first question is, well, are you okay? Do you need to go to the emergency room or, you know, urgent care? And he says, why would I need to do that? I said, I don't know, because you got a bunch of bee stings. Like, I'm a wimp, so I would definitely be, you know, potentially seeking medical assistance because I would worry that I might, you know, get a allergic reaction or something, because I've only been stung by a bee a few times in my life, and it was always just a singular sting, not multiples. But he said he was fine. I'm like, okay. But I did have him put some stuff on it when he got home, because of course he put nothing on it at work. Why would you do that? And then he took some Benadryl just in case, you know, because it was a little itchy and, you know, just in case. Well, the Benadryl knocked him out. He said he sat down on the couch to watch something on his iPad, and he woke up at 6 a.m. when the cat feeder went off, and he was all like hunched over, and he's like, whoa. So the Benadryl apparently was definitely not non-drowsy formula. I can't remember the last time I actually took Benadryl, so I'm a little jealous. I'd like to get drowsy and go to bed and sleep all night long. I'd probably be scared if that happened. I think somebody drugged me for sure, because I do not sleep all night long. I'm very light sleeper. The slightest noise makes me wake up and sit up and look around all suspicious-y. But that's just me. Seemingly, nobody else in the house is a light sleeper except for me. That is not. I almost put that down in the wrong spot. Yeah, I don't this canvas could be hard to see if you don't have a light pad on, because there are definitely some dark symbols that are slightly confusing to see. There's the footprint, and then there's also a blue arrow, and then all these green ones. Yeah. See, and those are, oh, and then those, some purple ones right there. So I did not eat a ton of candy though. Go me, go me. I feel like too, a lot of these houses are just kind of giving out the same old candy, and I get it. We live on a very busy road where there is no sidewalk in front of our house. We don't get trick-or-treaters, which is fine by me, honestly. But yeah, I was kind of looking through the candy bag, and there was just nothing I really had to have. But we also, my mom is basically part elf, and so, one of her main food groups is in fact candy. So there's always lots of candy and sugar in our house, so it's not like a special treat, because if I really wanted something, I could go downstairs and rummage through her cabinets and get it. Okay, there's that. But I get it, man. We were at Safeway, and I was looking at the prices of the bags of candy. Whoa! I would not want to be living in a busy neighborhood that had lots and lots and lots and lots of trick-or-treaters. Because, wow, I would be poor. There was one bag, and I don't know, it said like maybe I don't know if it was 1,000 pieces of candy. It was a decent sized bag, but it was on sale for $26. $26! Like, holy moly. That's insane. Nope, I'm gonna end up missing some of these. I know I am. And I don't have a trash drill thing, so I see some trash drills, but it's fine. It's fine. And then I thought our oven wasn't working, because I put in some chicken, as one does when you don't want to eat raw chicken. It wasn't frozen, but it was a little bit chunkier than normal. And I had it on 350, and I check it after a half hour, and it's still like maybe 115 in the middle. And I'm like, that is not fully cooked. So I turn the heat up, I turn it up, I turn up the time, and I had to slice the chicken down the center to try to, get as much surface area towards the heat as humanly possible. But it took almost an hour to cook 2 chicken breasts. So I ordered a new oven thermometer gauge thingy-mabobber, because we didn't have one. And I put it in the oven. I turned it on, let it do what it's supposed to do, and after, I think, a half hour, it said when my oven was set for 350 that it was only at 315. I was like, oh dear, no. So then I turned it to 450, and the highest it got was 400, which makes me mad, because the oven is only 7 or 8 years old. We bought it when we bought the house, because all the appliances were super, super old and busted. I feel like an oven should last longer than that. So then I'm telling my husband, and I'm all, pissy. And he's like, did you have it on convection or did you have it on regular? And I said, what are you talking about? Convection or regular? I'm like, it's the setting I always use. And he said, yeah, but is it convection or regular? I said, I don't know. I just pushed the stupid button that says bake. And he's like, yeah, but there's two bakes. I said, what? I'm the only one that basically uses the oven? I'm like, no, there's not. There's not two bakes. He goes, yes, there is. I said, no, there's not. So then, of course, we have to stomp into the kitchen to prove each other wrong. And I was wrong, apparently. There is a bake with a fan and then just a bake. I don't know how. I've never noticed that before, but I didn't. And I said, well, this is the one you're supposed to use. And he said, no, you're supposed to only use convection when you're baking to cycle, the air around, etc., etc. So then the next day I had to redo my oven testing, and it did get up to the right temperature. But I feel like even though I was using the convection setting, the oven should still get up to the temperature that it says it is. So, and I could be wrong. If anybody knows and is an oven knowledgeable person, please let me know. My fear is the oven will crap out on us right before the holidays, and we won't have an oven, or, something will go wrong. Because we've had many an appliance crap out on us near the holidays or a special event. We had one oven at our last house. The Element? I think that's the right word. I don't know. I was baking a birthday cake. It was a brownie. It was a cookie brownie mix, and it had like chocolate and M&Ms on top, and it looked amazing. And the Element exploded in the oven while I was cooking. I heard the noise. I did not quite understand what happened. Then I opened the oven, and there was white powdery stuff all over my dessert. And we were supposed to go and have, a kind of birthday party-esque thing and meet at the pizza place, and people were coming and expected dessert. So that was frustrating. Luckily, we just, stopped and got some cookies and ice cream at the store beforehand. But I had no idea what was wrong with the oven, and I'd never experienced something like that happening before. Scared me real good, because I thought maybe the oven was going to explode and I would, perish, obviously, because everything ends in death. But nobody died, except for the oven. Oh, no, actually, no. I think he just put a new coil or something in it, and it worked. But I was a little suspicious of the oven after that. I gave it a side eye for a very long time afterwards, just warning it to behave. Okay, I've got some like that little one has like a weird little nubbin on it. I'm not as good at picking out trash round drills as I am with squares. And then we had our refrigerator leak 2 days before Christmas at our previous house, and the plumbers had to come out and fix the water line and something else. And then in the middle of the night, the pipe started squealing, and it kind of sounded almost like a ghost. It was like rattling inside the walls, and it was making it was weird. And so then we had to call the plumbers back. Turns out there was air in the pipes, and I think they said that we were lucky that the pipe didn't explode in the walls. And I'm like, that wouldn't have been my fault, because you guys were here yesterday. So no thank you. So yeah, I had plumbers at my house on Christmas Eve, day. Just like, oh my gosh, no thank you. Oh yeah, I do not need any appliance disasters. But my husband said it's fine, so I will trust him, but I'm going to be paying attention to that oven, let me tell you. And of course it's not under warranty anymore, because why would it be covered under the warranty? That's crazy talk. And I don't know anything about calling, repair people. I don't know at what point is it worth calling a repair person. And what point is it worth just, upgrading and getting a new one? I mean, maybe ovens and stuff are not supposed to last more than 6, 7, 8 years anymore. I don't know. I feel like for the price you pay for them, they really should. But that, Look how expensive cell phones are, and they don't last that long. Okay. Oh yes, so we went to the store, as one does, multiple times a week, and my mom and I kind of had to do a double take. Because we've gone to Target and Walmart, and you see things kind of behind those clear doors with, locks, etc. And it looks like not that I'm going to break into anything, but it kind of looks like if you really wanted to get into the, the case, you probably could, right? Well, we're at the grocery store. And the laundry detergent pods, only the pods, are behind this. It almost looks like somebody took an armoire or something and modified it. They were black wooden doors with glass. I don't know if it was glass or plexiglass now that I'm thinking about it. It had this giant industrial lock, bolt thingy-mabobber that you would then clip the lock on, and it had a chain on it. It looked like somebody was trying to lock up a shed. It was the weirdest thing, and I took a picture because of course I did, and I will put a picture in here. So editing, Kristen, put that picture in. Good job. It was the weirdest thing. I could not understand, and there was no little, button to push if you need assistance. So that means you'd have to flag somebody down or tell, the checkout person that, hey, I want some Tide Pods, can somebody go get them for me? But I think if I flagged somebody down, then they would have to have a key. But when I tried to buy batteries at the grocery store, they would not hand me the batteries. I had to have them put them in the, the front office area. And then when I get to the front of the store to start paying, then I can request that. So I'm pretty sure the laundry detergent would be the same way. If I have to go through that much effort to get laundry detergent, I'm not buying it. That's just, it's too much. And I'm sure it's because people steal. It's just sad. We actually buy, they are laundry detergent sheets. So they're little strips of, they kind of look like dryer sheets, but they're laundry detergent and they kind of dissolve and do their thing. And so you don't have to pour laundry detergent out. So you don't have a big old heavy jug. And they're not pods, so you don't have to worry about eating them on accident or, whatever. I really like them. We've used various ones over the last few years, I think. And you can use them in new washing machines, old washing machines, hot water. It says on them that you can use them in cold water, and that's what we use because our hot water tank is not very big. And if I had to wash all of my clothes in hot water, we would never get to shower because we would be out of hot water constantly. Okay, I'm trying to see. Do I have any of those little greens? Okay, these are not, they're not staying down. And I'm sure it's just because I can't see. But that is the one thing I don't like about round drills. It doesn't have the same smoothing effect that you know, really good fitting square drills have. But I also just I just prefer the squares. Oh, and then, so my mom had a doctor's appointment, you know, just like a yearly thingy-mabobbers to, you know, make sure you're healthy and all that jazz. And, you know, I made this appointment, I don't know, more than a month ago. I think it was maybe even a month and a half ago. And the first available appointment was on Halloween. I'm like, I guess, I mean, you know, it's during the day. Kids are at school, so I can take you to that. And so, you know, we go in and people are all dressed up and everything, which is fine. I don't care. But she had to get some blood work done, just, you know, because when you take medication and you're of a certain age, they want to check your levels of everything. And they said, okay, but just, you know, go and sit down and somebody will be out to get you and do your blood. So we're sitting on this little bench and we see all these people who work at the doctor's office walk by us and go into this, I guess it's their break room. And every time somebody opened the break room, you were hit with a food smell. And I'm not saying what they were cooking was gross smelling, but I think it was a combination of so many different smells that it was just like, oh, it did not smell good. And maybe it was because I was hungry and hadn't eaten anything really yet besides, you know, like a little snackage. So we were just sitting there. We're sitting there. And all these people keep walking by us and they're all rushing into this break room. I think they were taking a group photo or, you know, something, whatever. I don't know. But, you know, after 15 minutes, you're kind of like, did they forget about us? And so the what do you call it? The person, the nurse, you know, that comes in and does your vitals and all that. She saw us still sitting there and she's like, oh, have you guys not gotten your blood work done? I'm like, nope, we have not. And a poor lady, I think she was a temp. She was just filling in. She's like, oh, hang on. And so she did go and get someone, and then somebody got her blood work done. I'm just like, yeah. Hello, we're still here. We want to go home. You know, the less I have to hang out in a doctor's office with potentially sick people walking by me and breathing on me, the better. Because I don't need to be introducing any cold and flu germs into my house. Because with children in school, there's already a risk for that. Well, there's only one of these, so I'm just gonna put it in my lid. Toot. There we go. Good job. Let's see, we have D. There are just a few D's as well, so we're gonna do the same thing. Yeah, our doctor's office is, I don't know, man. I don't know if it's just our area or if it's all doctors in all areas, but it is so hard to get in and get an appointment for anything, whether it be a yearly checkup. If you're actually sick and you want to see the doctor, you might as well just go to urgent care, because at this point it would be almost a week to get an appointment with a doctor, not even necessarily your doctor. And they keep building more and more and more and more houses are all around us. The roads are, crazy, busy and all that. And it's like, you guys need to stop because you're not adding things in. You're not adding in more dentists and more doctors and more grocery stores and more anything else, but you keep adding in more people. We go to the store on Monday mornings. That is when we go to the store because that's when I need food because it's been the weekend and, you got to replenish. Okay, seriously, what was eaten? And it's really annoying because a lot of people go grocery shopping on the weekends, which, we're all allowed to grocery shop on whatever day we want, not throwing shade at anybody. But I think a lot of times our store doesn't have the stock to replenish things by, 9:30, 10 o'clock when we come in on Monday morning. So most times we come in and the milk aisle is decimated. The bread is sparse. Other various dairy items like the eggs are usually pretty much wiped out. Oh, it's just frustrating because I don't want to come Monday afternoon because there's no guarantee they're going to have anything put out then either. But I really can't wait till Tuesday because then I don't have anything for dinner on Monday night. And, I go grocery shopping, like I'll go on Thursday or Friday, but usually that's just a quick little pick up a few little things. It's not a heavy duty, another grocery shopping extravaganza. Because I am a creature of habit and I have been grocery shopping on Monday morning as long as I can remember. I was a nanny before I had kids. That's been like 15 years. But even then, when I was a nanny, I would go grocery shopping on Monday morning after I dropped kids off at school. So if I had to switch grocery store days, my brain just might implode. So then we were leaving the doctor's office, and that was Halloween day, and so I was going to pick up pizzas from Papa Murphy's, to make life easy. And I'm at Papa Murphy's, and my Apple Watch keeps beeping and dinging. And I first thought, it's Amazon dropping something off. But it was quite a few times. I'm like, that's weird. Usually it's pull in, front door, pull out. And I look at it, and it looks like there's a landscaping truck in my driveway, and people are getting out of the truck with tools. And I'm like, what the heck is going on? This is weird. I don't have any landscaping people. We don't pay for a service. We don't have any of that. I'm trying to figure it out. And I'm driving, I get in the car and I start to drive, and my husband calls and he's like, what the hell's going on? Because he's getting the same, beeps and bongs and beeps and all that. I'm like, I don't know. And he goes, who is that? And I said, I don't know. There's no name on the truck. There's no nothing. And I'm like, I have no idea. And he's like, well, what do we do? And I'm like, well, I'm going home. I'm just getting the pizzas. And he's like, well, do we need to call the police? And I said, well, I don't know. I don't think they're robbing us. It looks like they're working on our yard. And he, well, I don't know if I want you going, because he had already left for work. And I said, well, it's the middle of the day, and, like I got my little knife I carry in my purse. So, so I start driving and go home, and a little like, what the heck? And there's no name on the truck. There's no nothing. And so I pull in to the carport, and I get out of my car, and I'm like, hello? Because there's just three guys just working, pulling weeds. And I saw the sweatshirt on one of the guys, and it was the company that came and did our major yard thing, May, June, over the summer. I was like, oh. And they said, yeah, here, we're here for your, scheduled maintenance. And I said, I didn't think you guys were coming back. And he said, what do you mean? And I replied, well, sorry, you guys came one time because I had mentioned, like, hey, let's try to do a monthly thing where they come once a month and clean it up. That would be great. Well, they came once. I never got a bill or a statement, and then I never heard back from them ever again. So it had been 5 months. As one does, one just assumes that that company obviously did not want to work with us, or they didn't want our business. So I forgot about it. And he said, well, yeah, we had you on the schedule for September. And I kind of looked at him and I said, it's October 31st. Yeah, we're a little behind. And I said, yeah, you are. But I said, I thought you weren't coming back. I never heard anything back. There was no communication. So no. And he was like, oh, so you don't want us to continue? And I said, I can't afford this right now. I was like, we're kind of like, my husband might be getting laid off. So no, I cannot afford this right now. I mean, yes, I would like my house to be, look nice, but although when they did it the last time, when they cleaned up the weeds, there were still grass stalks sticking up. And, yeah, so, I mean, I could do a half-ass job myself, and it wouldn't cost me money. So they were like, oh, and I said, yeah, if you would have came back when I thought you were coming back, that would have been different. But it's, even if, and I thought that we had agreed to do a monthly thing, but maybe we did agree to do quarterly. But even if we agreed to do quarterly, they still were a month and a half late. And without calling me or, texting me, emailing me, anything. So it's like, if you're not going to have, communication and customer service and all that jazz, like, I think I'll pass. So they left. And then my husband texted me and he goes, I think they took one of our yard tools, because we had some tools in the flower bed, because we had been out there trying to get rid of the stinking grass. And there was this kind of I don't know what the official name of any of these tools are, but it was kind of like there's like a pickaxe end on one and kind of a fork looking end on the other one. And he goes, yeah, I think they took one of our tools. And I said, at this point, I don't even care. I just don't want to deal with it. So whatever. That's their payment for the last time they came, I guess, since they never followed up with me. It's like, I mean, sorry, but I felt bad that they came and got started, but at the same time, if you would have shot me a text message that said, hey, this is blah, blah, blah from blah, 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 we're coming by your house to work on your house, I could have said, no, thank you, return to sender, I'm good, thanks. But you didn't. And what if I had dogs? Or, what if I had a gate where you actually had to, put in a code and open the gate, etc.? I don't know. That just seems very unprofessional. And maybe that's just a landscaping company thing. I don't know. And I'm not trying to throw any landscaping companies under the bus or anything like that. I just, maybe some industries are a little more lax in the communication than others. I am not lax in communication. I want to know what the heck's going on when it's going on. So these are super pretty. They're kind of a purpley rhinestone. Are these considered rhinestones or crystals? I don't know. They're pretty. I know that. I think it depends on the person what your answer is to that. Oh my goodness. I only have 2 more symbols in this little section. Yay. Okay, where is that symbol? Come on. There it is. There it is. So there's only 2 of these. So we're going to just pop those in. And then we have the slanty line symbol. Where is it? It looks purple there. Oh, it's pink. Okay. There's that. Oh, I'm just excited. My internet's back on. Oof. Because, yikes. That is no fun. Okay. I feel some raised spots, but I definitely will have to roller this. And I didn't put washi tape down. I just realized I probably should, but I'm lazy and I wanted to get it started and I didn't do it, and now I'm regretting it. So let's see if I can zoom out a little bit. So that is where we are at, this little section down. So that is going to be it for today. Peeps, if you have not, please consider liking, subscribing, sharing, hearting, farting, doing all the things, and I will see you again very, very soon. Big awkward hugs. Bye, guys.